Live from Sarasota, Florida. I am not bundled up in a sweater in my office today. I'm actually out and about living a lifestyle that I've been dreaming of and wanting for so long, and wanting to be able to, really leverage the amazing power ladies that are in this chat right now. These girls have had such a strong influence in my life in a very short period of time. And I know a lot of us have people that in our lives, and I just want to get these ladies on the microphone from the podium, and I want to shout their success stories from the rooftops, because genuinely they've moved mountains in their community, within their team. And this is actually the first time that these two are meeting, which is really cool. So we have Becky Amos in Chesapeake, Virginia, new branch manager with Annie Mac as of July, Becky?
No, November.
November. Time flies when you're having fun.
I know.
And we have Michelle Bowles, Michelle, you also started around November.
That's right, November,
yeah. That's even weirder. I didn't even put that together. So,
yeah.
Talk about stepping into new chapters at the same time in life. Since then, fast forward, these two are rising women within the organization. They have their foundation play. By the way, Michelle is out of Colorado Springs, and her and her team, she's got some family on the team, as well as Becky and her amazing husband. There's some really cool elements to work with your life partner or family and trying to really reach new levels of generational wealth and growth within your team. So, the title of this Facebook Live was titled, "And Still I Ride." And I bring that up because both men and women, it doesn't matter what walk you're walking, you're going to face some type of battle. You're going to face some type of adversity and some type of, thing that rocks you off your rocker and you fall down. And guess what? You got to get back up and fight. And we were talking about how you sometimes have to fight or flight situations. Sometimes you have to pause a minute and think and really strategize. And there's times where you look back and you only know because when you look why you had to go through the things you went through and say, oh, now it makes sense. But when you're going through it, sometimes you've got these blinders on and you just have to walk fearlessly into the unknown and know and have the confidence that you're going to get to that level. So, I want to just start with our stories. That wind chime is beautiful. I love it. I know.
That. Is it bothering you?
No, not at all. Okay. I can, as long as you can hear me, okay. Let's start with Becky, my beautiful girl, Becky. You've got your family, you've got your squad, you've got your referral partners. You do some very unique things inside of the community to get people in, engage them. One thing that Becky taught me too was after every meeting, you have to, what she does is she always lists her 10 things that she loves about that person, or things that she learned, things that stood out to her. She writes to that person right after that meeting and talks about, okay, this is what I took away from that. And she carefully crafts and makes the time for that. Yeah. I just thought that was so unique. And Becky, you guys do some really cool stuff within the team. Can you just share where you're at in your journey and maybe some things about you and the group and your family?
Yeah. So, I've kind of gone all over the board in the mortgage world, from, learning to building huge teams to realizing that, sometimes what we define as success is not always more. Sometimes better is better. It's not necessarily more. And, what I've learned and taken away from the last year is that, I had the best year of my career. I made and did more volume than I ever thought I would do in 5 years combined. And honestly, it was one of the worst years of my life. I didn't enjoy it. I didn't see my children. I was drowning in a sea of mediocrity. And I just wasn't positioned with the right people and team and company. And they didn't just have the vision that I had. So it was so refreshing to find Annie Mac. I really searched for a long time for what I thought was the most progressive mortgage company in the United States that didn't have a presence in my market. I wanted to be able to bring a whole new light. And I keep saying to people, like, I didn't even know mortgage companies like this existed. Like, I had no idea this was even possible. I am just thrilled to be here. And, I'm learning every day that more is not better. And, whether that comes to referral partners and, I've done everything crazy in this mortgage world you can think of. I mean, I owned a party bus. And right. I mean, I
did something similar. That's funny.
But I found over the years that, I had so much fun on that party bus, but I also attracted all the people that just were chasing the person that wanted to buy their next drink. And they weren't the real successful people that I wanted to position myself with. And, I had a whole lot of fun being party girl Becky. But I think that chapter's closed now. And, as I've learned that I don't want more, I just want better. I think that goes
Quality.
A lot with, with the clients that I'm working with are better clients, and the agents are more fun, and I enjoy their company more because they're professional and they're helping me rise up. Not just chasing after, whoever wants their drink bought for them next.
Mm-hmm.
It's real. And honestly, I think that a lot of people get stuck in some type of plateau or some chapter or some relationship, and we forget that we can grow, and we have to always be assessing, who do we surround ourselves with? What are they giving versus taking? How is the power of exchange? How is that both benefiting both parties? And I'm a big believer in that. And I love, still the party bus. I know you guys do the tailgates, and you guys have done, you've had your own little separate like dinner parties go out in it. And it's a blast, and it's a great marketing idea for local brand presence and the opportunity for people to really connect and lean into you guys. Michelle, when I first met you, like, it's funny because you were like, Kelsey, I'm just not, girl, you can recruit me all you want, but I'm not going anywhere. And you were so just in a place of life that you almost just kind of needed a friend. And we connected on a friendship level. Can you talk a little bit about how we first got connected and how your conversations evolved and how it came to be now that you're with Annie Mac?
Yeah, totally. I was a lot like Becky, actually. We're literally soul sisters because I got into the business in 2001, and I just, my background is the most unique background that you can possibly imagine. So I have fought tooth and nail to be where I am, to struggle through the hardest times of my life. And that was when I met you, Kels. Like, you called me, and I just was like, there's just no way that you can recruit me right now. There's no way that I will hear anything about another mortgage company. Like, I have just been rocked to my core. I lost 2 relationships extremely close to me. One of them, which was one of the best relationships I've ever had, and one of them was one of the worst relationships I've ever had. But they both ended, and they both passed away in a really short period of time. And I just thought, like, there has to be more to life than this. Like, there has to be more than just getting up and going to work every day and striving and trying and just, grinding and scraping. And I just was like, I just want to thrive somewhere. I just want to take a step back. I want to take a deep breath, and I want to, like you said, Becky, find a company that is so forward thinking, so innovative, so better. Like, I don't want more anymore. I want better. Like, that, you could not have said that better. And so, yeah, Kelsey, I was just totally down in the dumps. Like, I just couldn't fathom even having a conversation like that. And the way that you approached me was different than I've ever been approached by another professional in this business. Like, you didn't care about anything except for, what do you need? What can I do? That meant a lot to me.
Aww. I cherish you so much. And that's because all three of us have one very, very important thing in common. And that is the servant mentality. And we just want to, ultimately, if we're not working together, we're going to share our secrets. Because guess what? People have passed that baton down to us and told us what's worked for them. And we've all had mentors in our lives. And we've also had to figure stuff out on our own. And guess what? If we could save someone the trouble of having to figure it out on their own and just simply share, hey, avoid this turn or this path or go this way, we're going to do it. And, this mortgage business or real estate world, it's so small and yet so large. And when you find people on similar paths of life, you want to cling to them because guess what? Like a rising tide lifts all ships. And that's exactly the mentality that I know we all have. And as we're out, with referral partners and future loan officers that we'd love to have join our team, these two girls are growing their team. They're pouring into their LOs. And guess what? They do some phenomenal production. Becky and Bob, you guys, almost, a little shy of 80 to 100 million this year. I know you guys are going to smash that goal. And Michelle, you on your own basically hit what? 45, 50 million last year?
Yeah, 45.
It's stellar. So, it's continuous growth. It's continuous personal development checks. Like, where am I at? Assessing, evaluating. So let's talk about what are some of, tips and tricks and things that you could share. Like, Becky, what are some of the little stuff that you do that really matters and makes a difference? Maybe start with your Live a Great Story box that you sent, which I have everywhere in my house.
Isn't it so fun? Yeah, so I found this silly little brand, and it's not silly. He's a phenomenal man that owns this company. I've tried to buy it from him. He won't sell it to me yet, but it's called Live a Great Story. And funny enough, I actually got my first tattoo this year. Look, I can show you. Look, and I got Live a Great Story on my arm.
Oh!
Yeah. And it's my reminder as I'm working, as I look down, it's really my reminder to me that this is about living a great story. It's not just about work. It's not just about any one element. And, I just want to be more present in all the places in my life and not just work. And, one of the things that coming to Annie Mac, I'm doing the same amount of business with half of the people because the technology is so crazy. Like, as a matter of fact, I laugh and I tell the story that, the CRM and marketing system that you have, when I first got here and you turned the machine on, I literally had to call the next day and say, you got to turn that off. Like, I am not prepared for all of that business, right? Like, turn it off. Just give me a few more days. Like, it's so powerful. I've never had that before. I'm running $100 million a year on a spreadsheet. And then I come to this and it's like, I didn't even know it existed out there. And, Kelsey, to Michelle's point, like everybody that I meet at this company, and I know I'm not telling tricks or anything, but everybody that I meet at Annie Mac, I want to be more like. And I have not found that in other companies. Like I remember sitting at one point and asking my husband, is there anybody here that you want to be more like? And he said, no. I'm like, then why are we here? And everybody that I meet at Annie Mac, I feel like is smarter than me. I feel like they, they challenge my thoughts and I actually go, all right, well, that's definitely better than I would have thought of, so I just love that. Kelsey, I want to be more like you. I want, and your genuine authenticity of how much you care about, like you make me want to be a better person. Tom Mills makes me want to be smarter every day. And, it's just really, really genuinely progressive people here. And I appreciate it so much.
Shout out to Tommy. Shout out to the onboarding team. Shout out to marketing.
Oh my gosh. It's unreal.
It's so special to see too, because our entire marketing tech stack team, they all have created a lot of our stuff in-house. Mm-hmm. So it's not like we just buy a platform and sign you up. It's homegrown. And I think that's so unique because no one else can copy it, right? We've taken our steps. We have our 2-year plan, our 5-year plan, our 10-year plan, and all of Annie Mac is a big part of that. So that's really, really special to hear. And I love that because I'm the one promising you that everything's going to be great, right? And you took that leap of faith and trusted in me and looked at me like, I'm going to do this. And you believed and you were excited. But my job is to make sure that I keep my word and that your business is safe. And that's all of Annie Mac's biggest priority, especially the onboarding team. Michelle, do you want to touch on a little bit of, your transition? We hired a loan officer within 15, 20, 30 days of your start date, I think. Joey and Peter and Jeff and the ops team. Like, can you share a little bit about just having your own thing, but also getting that support?
Yeah, definitely. I'm gonna brag on Jeff Zinsmeister a little bit, because when I first met with him, he's like, I'm just a big operations nerd. And I was like, he couldn't have said two words that make me more excited, operations. So I was like, oh my gosh, me too. Like there's a couple of nicknames that I've gotten in the industry or in my city. And one is Mortgage Encyclopedia. And I really take the educational approach to lending. That's like my thing, right? I don't want to just slam everybody into a loan and lowest rates and lowest fees and hurry up and close and all of that kind of rushing around. I really like to spend time, and I'm an operations nerd. Like I like the structure and the setup of each loan for each individual family. Like I want to make it personal for what they want. And like Jeff did that for me. Like he's literally that person that, well, and it's no mistake, obviously, that his wife is also like vice president of operations. So it's like two operations people married. Like it was a dream.
Match made in heaven.
Yeah. So I just, like, anything I needed, I just had both Peter and Jeff on speed dial. Like I was just trying to transition is so hard. And I was just trying to, have everybody not have any hiccups in their process. I just, that really spoke volumes to me, that it was such a seamless transition. And I think that is the trick of Annie Mac, is that how much everybody supports each other. And, they just, it really is something special.
Aww. And it's so funny because I know, here's Brian. He said, great job, ladies. You're killing it. Brian's the new loan officer that joined Michelle's team. Brian, it's so cool because I know Brian really, truly lives and breathes the culture of Annie Mac and the team and what you stand for, Michelle. And that's what it's about. It's about finding like-minded people to come walk on your journey with you and watch you all rise to the top. And you guys continue to lead through and through. So we talked about ops. We talked about some of the, just emotional drivers that we've had to overcome our obstacles and keep our eye on the prize. For you guys, what's on the horizon? What's coming? What's a big part of your future? And identify some obstacles for me. What are things that you foresee being a challenge, maybe a weakness, maybe a flaw that you need to overcome? It could be personal, it could be family-wise, it could be professionally in your business, but I think being able to identify and break down those micro goals to hit that plan is always super important. Anything come to mind specifically?
I think this, certainly this crazy time in the world has taught us so many lessons, and good ones. And, I try to find the silver lining of all of it. Like, I'm super productive in yoga pants. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with this sea of business suits that I have in my closet that I probably will never use again. But I think it's made us really learn how to connect. Kelsey, you're sitting in Florida and you're sitting in Colorado, and we're all sitting here having coffee on the porch together. And we didn't really think about doing that a year ago. We didn't really think about that. And I think it's made us all kind of think about, wow, we can do this a lot differently maybe than we thought. And
Kelsey, a great story.
Yes. And I don't want to live the life anymore that is so rat race that I can't wait to go away for a week on vacation. Like, why can't we live a life now where I almost have, maybe like you're doing down there, maybe I have a house in St. John. I don't have to go there once a week, a year to get away from everything. I can work from St. John maybe for a month out of a quarter.
I love that. And it's
I can just slow down and work from there. And I just don't think that we would have even thought about that a year or two ago. That wouldn't have even, so I think it's taught us a whole lot about, we don't have to be in the same box that we've kind of made for ourselves, because you three of us can be great friends sitting on the porch in 3 different states.
Yeah. And we can
still
always sit on the same porch
really
with our
genuinely
laptop.
connect.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mhm.
I love that. And I think a big part of it too is, defining what is your perfect day, and then building around the systems and okay, if I want to maximize my time, like everybody in our industry, the biggest thing they're trying to get back is time. More time with their kids, more time being in the sun. And you're right, we don't have to sacrifice production to be productive, right? I can maximize my hours and plow through it with a good plan, and also in other people. I think a big part of it is not limiting yourself. Like JT, I'm gonna give a shout out to you, buddy. He says, no limits, think big, no reason for anything to hold you back. JT is partnered with my fiance actually, and those two run so well together. Jason's a licensed loan officer. They both drive the team, the business development. But you can divide and conquer. It's a perfect example. We've got Jeff Zinsmeister and Peter Ulrich in Colorado with you, Michelle. One focuses on the ops, one focuses really on the sales. And then what does that do for you? It just gives you ultimate maximum support and, dividing and conquering. So I love that. And I want to challenge everybody on this call or watching the recording of this, map out, what is your perfect day? Where in the world do you want to be? And if you can make it so you can do it from anywhere, that, in my opinion, really is living. And guess what? For those that are firefighters and teachers and nurses and people that have to be on site, we have all the respect in the world. And also, if you ever want to pick our brain on how to enter into this business, we'd love to share how you can, create something like that for yourself around your passions. So this was so amazing. One thing I always end the Facebook Lives with, how do we launch forward, and what's the word that really describes, our theme right now? It could be for the year, it could be for today, it could be for the month. Anything that describes your mindset, your mood of progression forward. Becky, what's the first word that comes to mind?
Shine.
Shine! Like your yellow sweater. I love it.
Shine. Yeah, my processor got me this little angel, and I put her right in front of where I do my makeup every day, and she just says on her, "You were born to shine." And I love that reminder. We were born to shine, like be the best version of ourselves we can. And if that's not happening in whoever's life right now, I just, I hope that they find a place of happiness. We were all born to shine.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. All right, I might be dating myself, but who remembers the show or the movie Eve, where she's a doll and she turns into Tyra Banks?
No.
Oh, I totally remember that.
She sings the song, shine bright, shine, don't be shy, be a star.
Shine bright like a diamond.
That's right. That's
I
right.
love it. Oh my gosh, you girls are so fun. All right, Michelle, what's your word?
So interesting that you asked that, because every single year I pick a word of the year, and I like without fail, I even do it with my realtors. I get together with my realtors and I say, all right, pick a word of the year, pick a mantra, a verse, if that's what you're into, like whatever, like you've got to pick something that drives you forward. So for 2021, my word is perspective. And so the thing that brings home the word perspective the most for me is, you could take the perspective that, this is just a job. You go there, you work hard, you make as much money as you can, you come home and you rest or spend time with your family or whatever. But for me, the perspective shift that I got from last year, just exactly like you said, Becky, just being at home all the time, working in yoga pants with a bun and no makeup on, that really shifted my perspective, because I don't want my job to be a means to an end, right? I'm not just going to show up every single day so I can make the most money possible and then retire at the end of the day and just call it quits. I want to build something bigger, something that lasts, something that has a legacy, something that is much bigger and deeper than myself. Even if that means bringing people that are in my family into the business and giving them, a piece of a really amazing livelihood, or my friends, also the platform in my community. Like perspective, forward thinking perspective is literally how we're going now in this world, right? Because we saw what happened last year, and if you did not shift your perspective, I don't know what you could have done to move forward.
Yeah.
So,
Perspective. It reminds me of just like a bird up above flying over the forest, and sometimes people are stuck in the mud, sometimes they're stuck in the weeds, sometimes they're stuck in the trees, and you're soaring above the clouds, because when you have perspective, you can make changes and change the details and have the time and the patience and the clarity, versus just kind of being clouded and being on the hamster wheel. And I encourage everybody to really identify what are those key areas in my life, and what can I do today to change it? Because guess what? Tomorrow, if you don't put time and energy towards it, and perspective and shine, you're going to just keep staying in that cycle pattern. So, and sometimes it's bringing other people in. It's saying, hey, I need you to hold me accountable that I got to do X, Y, and Z. If you're trying to get in the gym, say, hey, I want you to tell me, I have to send you a picture of me in the gym at this time. And if I'm not there, you got to yell at me, and you're going to wake up with accountability, and you're not going to miss a step. So, I'm grateful for the time. This was such an amazing way to connect with you ladies. Again, from all different parts of the country, Florida, Virginia, Colorado. Truly grateful for you both, and so excited to see what you're going to do this year and the next 10 years, because we're in this together, ladies.
Yep.
That's right.
That's right.
I love you both. Thank you for joining. Anybody watching, reach out to Becky, add her on Facebook, add Michelle on Facebook, any other social platforms, on LinkedIn. If you want, direct message us, and whether you want to message me and I'll set up some time for you to talk to these ladies. If you're a loan officer looking to get time back in your life, or just needing some inspiration in your life, call us, text us. We're here for you.
Yeah. Thanks for coming into our lives, Kelsey.
I love you both. All righty.
You're the best.
Shine on.
All right. Shine bright.
Bye.